that time they will try and choose who do they think has a great future in class. But who are they? Are they God? They wash their face. How are they to know? You can't tell. That's why you have to be careful with youth. And that's why you young girls too have to be careful with who you marry. Some people are driving their last G-Wagon and you're marrying them because of that G-Wagon. Is the truth? I was talking about seed, and by popular demand I will repeat the story. That when I married my husband, he was a seed. I myself was a seed. The first Christmas we spent together, I had 300 naira, being the heavy Lagos big girl that I was. And he had less than 30 naira, I'm not sure. So I was also heavily pregnant, and I said, okay, we can have fun. That's another thing, girls. You can have fun without money. Don't bankrupt the man's destiny. It's true. You don't eat your tomorrow today. Some people have digested the man's destiny already. It's true. I didn't come to attack girls today, but we need to cut the guys a bit of slack too. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's too much. I didn't know when toasting a girl became tantamount to spending money on the girl. What is that, spending money? Any girl you can buy, somebody else can buy her. That means you'll go to the highest bidder. Yes. So sit down there and be buying weave on and buying bags and think you are toasting a girl. You are buying her. When the time comes, you move on. Yorubas have a saying, if you marry somebody from the dance floor, is dancing, she will dance, come out. Okay. So I was saying, so I decided, well, we can save money, can't we? So we're going to go to Badagry Beach to go and look at the waves because it is free. The last I checked, they weren't giving us tickets to watch DC. But you see now, if I want to kill an elephant for Christmas, we can. That was then, and this is, we were seeds then. Maybe we're halfway to becoming trees now. Do you get what I'm saying? But there's progress. Things are not the way I want it to be completely, but they're no longer the way they used to be. That's what you need to remember. So remember that you are seeds. What I'm trying to say is that you cannot judge your glorious destiny by your present condition. I will take it again. You cannot judge your glorious future destiny by your present condition. You cannot look down on yourself because you don't look like where you're going yet. You don't need to look like it or smell like it. That is where you're going. That is the DNA coding that is inside you. You follow your DNA even if you don't look like it. So young girls need to marry a seed. You see in that man the potential to become what he's going to be. And you marry him for that reason. And in the process of a seed becoming a tree, it's not comfortable at all. So you see, some of us have been having it rough and we think that God has forgotten us, but God is saying it's because I really remembered you. When God begins to stretch you beyond your comfort zone, it's because you are more than this position that you are in. As I take for instance a fetus on the day of delivery, it is the mother that is happy. The fetus is kind of you've rocked the life of the fetus, because really that fetus for 9 months has been in a warm, safe environment, enjoying life, and then all of a sudden one day, earthquake. You think it's contractions, the fetus is earthquake. The pressure in the womb changes. Then they begin to squeeze it. It's like, who did I offend? I must have sinned. You know, because if he's in church like this, people will be advising, maybe you have sinned. The girl has really missed it. You know, that's how they say you must have done something wrong. People who don't know that bad things happen to good people. Be careful how you comment when things happen to people of God. Shut up. Because if you talk too much, God will test you with it too. I'm giving you it's a fact. You keep quiet when you don't understand. You have no valid contribution to make you can't pray. Shut up. So these features will be trembling. To make it worse, they will now start pushing it out. That's the landlord evicting you. That is your boss sacking you. They are pushing you out. But the features do not know that if it is not pushed out, it becomes a byword and a curse. That is someone whose destiny started but was aborted. Someone who was meant for greater things but never saw it. Because the fetus does not know that for his destiny to be actualized, for it to join us on this side, for it to make history, for it to make to have a legacy, for it to be remembered on the sands of time, for him to become a person, it must leave that environment. So this is the process of delivery. And you are there wondering, what is going on? What is going on is John 12:24. Except a kernel of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it abides alone. But the process of death, even for the seed too, is not easy. You take it from a safe container where the other kernels of corn are saying, they've removed it from the jar. Hey, they put her in the ground. It's over for her. They planted her in the soil, that dirty soil. Hey, then it enters the soil. The rest are sitting in glory on the container as decoration. And that's the end of their lives. They're going to die as seeds. They don't know that it's the privileged one that has been removed from their midst. So there's some associations, there's some cliques that you have to be removed from. because you are privileged, not because you are cast out, but because God is elevating you. Because when they remove your name from the guest list, they're just promoting you. You are too much for their level, too much for their gang, too much for their club. That is what is going on. You are moving on higher. When they sold Joseph into slavery, they thought they had put him in the ground. They didn't know they were fast tracking him into his destiny. Some people have just been fast tracked into their destiny. Stop complaining. The seed goes into the earth. Pressure starts. The burden of the earth without heat cannot be broken up. You understand? Intense pressure begins on this seed, but he does not know. It is so that the blessing that is trapped within it, its gifting, its very purpose for existence can come to pass. That is the process of releasing potential.